Welcome to The Valley's Voice, Arizona Live's Legal Truths.
Hello and welcome to The Valley's Voice, Arizona Lives and Legal Truths. I'm your host, Travis Meltzer, founder and managing attorney at Valley Injury Law. Today we're spotlighting a Phoenix-based violinist and vocalist who's built a one-woman show that lights up weddings, stages, and community events across Arizona. From intimate ceremonies to the big stage, our guest has become Arizona's go-to one-woman band, Seline Eskandarian. She's performed all over the Valley and beyond, including high-profile events and celebrity gigs. Selin, welcome to The Valley's Voice. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Travis.
Of course, I'm excited about this interview. Now, I kind of want to go back to a little bit about your background. Now, what hooked you with violin, and when did you realize music could really be a career, not just a hobby?
It's funny because I had to ask my parents why I got into playing violin because I couldn't remember. But I was 11. I was in sixth grade, and the orchestra teacher came in with her violin. She started playing it, and this is the story according to my parents. And I just fell in love with it. And I remember around that time, I was just so obsessed with it. I wanted to, constantly play, and it was just, I was so drawn to it. And Esco Violin came around in 2020, right before COVID-19 hit. But the year prior to that, to Esco Violin happening, I had a wedding fall into my lap. Someone asked me to play for their wedding, and I said yes. And I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. So, 2020 in January, the Arizona Bridal Show was happening. So, I went in, joined the bridal show, and booked like 17 weddings. And then March, COVID happened. So, that's how Esco Violin happened. But as a career, I started in 2006 with teaching music lessons in a music store. And I was always in and out of bands for the last 25 years. So that's kind of how my career started.
No, that's great. No, it's wild what COVID seems to be the trend to kind of see what people adjust.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it was a good test for a lot of people from a business standpoint, and you've done a great job. So you're known as the self-trained pop violinist and vocalist. Now, what did teaching yourself unlock, and where do you still kind of see yourself seeking guidance?
Oh my gosh, a lot of discipline, and it taught me that you can literally do anything that you want to, if you absolutely love it. I was so in love and obsessed with learning the violin in high school that I just, instead of hanging out with friends or doing whatever else, I was always in my room just trying to figure out how to play it because I was just so in love with it and so obsessed with it. And I just wanted it so bad. And it just pretty much taught me that you can do whatever you absolutely love. Like there are no limits. Um, yeah. So, and then as far as guidance, definitely friends that are amazing musicians. There are a lot of things I don't know, especially with reading music. I struggle with that. So I always go to my friends for guidance for certain things that I need to learn, like as far as reading music goes. So that's where I turn to my friends, sometimes even YouTube.
No, that's great. No, it's amazing. And so now, being the one woman band, now walk us through kind of your live setup. Loops, backing track, sound, so listeners can kind of picture what an Esco violin experience kind of looks and feels like on stage.
Yeah, so I have amazing speakers. I have a mixer to make my violin and vocals sound really great. So I set up a nice sound system, and I use karaoke backing tracks. So on top of those tracks, I'll play the violin, and I'll also sing. Sometimes I play and sing at the same time. So it's a full sound that you're getting. For example, for a wedding, for ceremony, I will use backing tracks that has just a guitar or just a piano. That way it's a duet with the backing track that I'm using. So that's pretty much my setup. Just a nice sound system that covers a lot of covers a lot of ground. You know, caters to maybe thousands of people. So it's really about the sound system, the quality of the sound system.
Yeah. No, I would imagine so. I mean, I feel like anyone that's ever been to a concert would probably agree with you. They probably have stories of that one concert that you couldn't even tell what was happening because of the lovely sound system that they were using. Now, this, give me an example. Do you have a performance that really changed you in how you perform, and what happened, and what did you take forward from that performance?
I would say, okay, the first thing that comes to mind is when this was like, oh my gosh, like 25 years ago. I had the opportunity to sing the Star Spangled Banner. And I feel like that performance, I just remember it so much because I was singing it was for a baseball game. It was my first time ever singing it, and the crowd just the energy, the crowd, the song of the Star Spangled Banner, it's just so emotional, and I could just feel the energy of the crowd and the emotion of the crowd. And getting to sing the Star Spangled Banner is just very it's very honorable, and it's very emotional. It's truly an honor to get to sing it. So I think that just changed, like, I don't know, it just made me feel very blessed to be able to do something like that. And it made me feel more grateful for all of my other performances because like something that you get to do so powerful like that and make people feel that type of emotion just makes you feel so blessed and thankful that you you get to do that, and not and just as a living as well, you just it was just amazing. I don't even know how
Yeah.
to explain it.
No, that's all right. I think you did a great job, honestly. I mean, it sounds like how what I took from that anyway, is the experience, I guess, absorbing the energy of the crowd, or at least living in the
Yeah.
energy of the crowd while singing a song to you. And a lot of people, obviously, that's powerful and a mainstay and very difficult to sing, mind you. It's not the
Yes.
easiest song to sing for sure. Would definitely help. No, that's great. No, you did a great job explaining it. Don't worry. I think,
Okay, good.
yeah, no, the people would definitely appreciate that. Now, I know you've played everything from corporate and celebrity events. Now, what's different about those shows, and kind of what stays the same between, the more intimate weddings, smaller events?
Yeah, so okay, corporate and celebrity events, honestly, they're very, very similar. Very similar. You go in, you do your job, you don't really talk to anyone, you're just there to, you know, perform. The only difference is NDAs. I sign a lot of NDAs for celebrity events, which kind of is not fun because I always want to like post about it, but I can't.
Right.
But yeah, so like corporate celebrity events, they're very, very similar. Weddings are completely different because you are um I'm trying to think of the difference. You're playing a lot of the same stuff, but it's a lot more, way more stressful because as the bride is walking down the aisle, you only get one shot.
Right.
There's nothing you can do. Your sound system can't glitch. You can't like accidentally pause the track, or you know any kind of interference can't happen. So it's way more stressful. But
Yeah.
celebrity corporate events, it's super, super easy because you're kind of your background noise. So it's the focus isn't so much on you as it is for a wedding.
Gotcha. That's
So yeah.
funny. It's honestly, I
Yeah.
thought of a lot of versions of that answer. That was none of them. So, I mean, it
Really?
makes
Oh
sense
my God.
because, the wedding is much more important
Yeah.
to that single couple or person. So I get it. There's more pressure there,
Yeah.
for sure. Uh, Yeah, and the NDAs. Look, it's a legal podcast, so there you go. We got a little
Yeah,
legal tidbit in there. That's it. That's
not
non-disclosure
say
agreement for
names.
anybody that doesn't know.
Yeah.
See, perfect. Thank you. Now, what we'll do, I try to do this with all of our guests, do kind of like a quick fire with the, Phoenix being the focus. So just, I'm going to ask you a question, just kind of first instinct response. Um, yeah. So what's your favorite Valley venue to play?
Empire Scottsdale.
Nice. And what's a dream stage you haven't played yet?
I would say, oh my gosh, this is so funny. Probably Club Maya, just because I love playing along to EDM DJs.
Okay.
And it's like so big in there and the energy is amazing. I don't like going to clubs, but I would play at Club Maya.
Okay. No, that's great. No, I always love violin over EDM. Anything. Honestly, it's always great. Best wedding venue for acoustics.
Oh, the Landmark by Wedgwood Weddings. Oh my gosh, the acoustics are amazing there. Or the Croft downtown.
Then pre-gig coffee. Where do you get it? If you drink coffee, I guess I probably should assume.
So no, I do. I try to make my own matcha tea lattes at home, but I will do I'll do Starbucks. It's so generic, but I'll do Starbucks. Sorry, Starbucks.
That's okay. We have them here too, everybody in Phoenix. How about
Yeah.
your favorite spot to go eat after a gig?
Don't judge me. Cheeseburgers from McDonald's.
Hey, you know what? Not a bad. I get it. I completely understand. It's
It's a
probably
guilty pleasure.
yeah. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. What about your go-to string shop here in town?
Definitely Guitar Center.
Valley artist or band listeners should check out.
Oh man. Okay, that's so tough. Okay, I just want to say like every musician you should check out. Like I can't I can't think of one. Oh man. Yeah, it's I would say like any chance you get to hear live music, check it out because every single person musician they are just so incredibly different from one another and you get so much from each one of them.
Honestly, it's a great answer. I've had
I think that's
people on the podcast before where I feel like there's unfortunately or fortunately there's no artist or band specifically that really kind of sticks out in the local scene. Um, but you're absolutely right. I mean, even as something as small as the guitarist playing while you're eating dinner.
there's so much talent here. It's unreal. I'll walk into, a restaurant. Like I was at the Stillery yesterday and this girl was playing her guitar and singing and I was just like, "Wow, she's so amazing and everybody's just so different."
No, it's art. It's art. It's one of those things where it's an expression, and you can have the same instrument and a completely different sound from a different person. No, absolutely. Yeah. So, ideal outdoor setting, like a desert garden, rooftop, or courtyard.
Desert Garden.
Yeah, it's obviously not in June, but desert garden for sure. Um, no, perfect. No, and I appreciate that. And no, let's get kind of back to a couple more questions here. Now, for kind of give me like your Phoenix moment, if you have one, like a show where you really felt the city or obviously your friends really showed up for you and kind of what made it special.
So I would say I used to play at a restaurant and the owner of the restaurant promoted me a lot and a lot of people came in, a lot of my friends came, my family came in from out of town. I have no family here, so they're all from California. And it just ended up being like a private show that I was asking the audience, like, do you guys have any requests? And I was like taking requests. So the entire restaurant was just engaging with me. And that was something that was amazing, especially since my parents were from, here from California and they got to come see me. So that was like extra, extra special.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. What, if you don't mind me asking, what restaurant was that at?
It was Chic Chef 77, but I think they closed down and they have like a new restaurant.
No, that's great. Yeah, it's I think as a performer, as anything where there's public access, having family and friends support you to that extent is really that's amazing. Coming from out of town, and no, that's great. Now, and so now, what skill did you feel like you had to really? I hate to use the term level up, but really get better at um, as you kind of progress through your career? Was it mixing sound, arranging pop strings, or on mic hosting even for those larger events? And how did you learn it?
So, at first, it was definitely the technical stuff for the sound system. I'm so bad at that stuff. Connecting different speakers, learning how to Bluetooth this, instrument to that speaker. It was really that was super, super challenging for me. And I actually reached out to a great friend of mine. He's like an insanely amazing musician and DJ. His name is Jonathan. He kind of like was my mentor when I first started. He still is. I'll ask him questions, but he's just a genius with all of that, super talented. So I always go to him for all my questions, all my sound tech questions.
Yeah, that's great. Now, so is Jonathan local?
He's local, yeah. He's local. He's just one of the most fabulous violinists I've ever heard in my life. He's
Wow,
amazing.
do you want to give him a shout out so people could kind of look at his stuff too?
Yeah. Yes, Jonathan Levingston. He's on Instagram as I think Jay Levy. But yeah, huge shout out to him. He's an amazing violinist, all around musician, DJ. So yeah, huge shout out for him.
That's awesome. No, that's
Yeah.
great. I think in any profession, once you find someone, even if it's I hate to say an equal, but someone who's right with you, kind of in the trenches, so to speak, that you can lean on because, I'm not good at certain things, you're not good at certain things. It's great to kind of find
Yeah.
someone to fill that gap for sure. And it's great that you did. Um,
Yeah, a lot of us violinists in town, there aren't a lot of us, but all of us, we kind of lean on each other. So what he did for me, I try to do for anyone that's, coming up trying to, you know, be an event violinist. So we
yeah.
we all kind of help each other out.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
amazing. And honestly, that's
Mhm.
what you hope to do, or you hope people do in every industry, for sure.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's very easy, and it's very easy to
Mhm.
forget how small your community is if you're in it every day.
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing with the legal community. I feel like, we just think we rule the world when in reality we're like 1% of 1% of the community. So it's
Right.
not a
Yeah.
it's not a huge population. This will be an interesting one. I've thought about it. It's a recent risk that you felt you took, whether it's a new format, medley, or tech even, which sounds like same thing with me, that really paid off for you. That you're like, I don't know if I want to do it, but you did, and it worked out.
Oh man. Having to DJ. It's been such a challenge. So I use a DJ system for when I do cocktail hour. That way the music is very seamless. It just blends from one song to another. And it's just so challenging because I'm so tech challenged.
Yeah.
And yeah, just using a program, a DJing program to help with my music. Um, it's been super, super helpful, but extremely challenging. And again, my friends help me with that. So,
Right. No, that's great. Yeah, it's finding something that works and then really leaning into it, and clearly clearly it's working for you now. No, so looking ahead in your career, so what's next? Are there going to be originals, a live series, collabs, or what are you doing? What's coming up for you?
definitely no originals. I can't do originals. um, I've been actually just very recently linking up with local artists and doing like jam sessions, and I want to post those on my Instagram, just like like acoustic jam sessions. That's something new that I'm doing, and hopefully I'm trying to hopefully get into the sanctuary and play for like their brunch hour, something like that, as a public performance. So hopefully that'll be coming up as well, but a lot more jam sessions.
Perfect. No, I'm excited. That makes me excited about it. And actually, we had
Yeah.
the chef from Elements, I think, not too long ago, on the show. So maybe I can
Oh,
connect you
I
guys.
know
So I
him
think that would
so
be
well. It was it, it was Greg, probably.
So Greg, and then I think before him was Bo McMillan. I think was at Elements. I think was he
Oh,
up
cool.
there?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I realized he left not too long ago. But
Yeah.
anyway, no. Well, look, Selene, thank you so much, and this is that's all the questions I have for you today. So thank you, Selene, for
Awesome.
joining us, and I can't wait for those jam
Thank
sessions to
you.
come out. Yeah, and
Yeah.
remember, no, absolutely. And remember, if you have been in an accident, visit azvalleyinjurylaw.com or find us on Instagram at @valleyinjurylaw. You can also find our incredibly talented guest, Seline, on Instagram by following her violin company at Esko_violin. Now, be sure to obviously follow our incredible guests, but also like, subscribe, and leave a review if you've enjoyed today's episode. We appreciate you all joining us today on the Valley's Voice. See you soon.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave us a review in the comments.